Hey, yo, I've seen a lot of black girls out here talking about don't go to any of the Asian businesses because of the child situation, obviously, right? But like, you're not gonna stop because you have to get your wigs. Or you really gonna stop buying wigs? Stop.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm serious about this shit. I'm not spending another damn dime.
When they killed George Floyd, did you stop going to white businesses? Did you stop shopping at IKEA? Did you stop eating Haagen-Dazs? Did you stop posting to Pinterest? I don't even know this guy. And even though he might look a little bit like my dad, I have nothing to do with him. When this guy hate crime this guy, I didn't stop listening to The Weeknd. I didn't refuse to watch Sinners. Also, I think this guy should probably be in prison. Sorry, Dad.
Now listen, I'm not getting into any verdicts with this conversation. However, I do want to talk about the call to boycott the Asians. I'm not even sure what exactly that means. Nobody has really been specific enough. And what I mean by that is, does that mean that we should not buy foreign cars? Does that mean that we should not buy different type of devices like our televisions, our electronics that are made over in Asia? Because as it stands right now, the U.S. is not a manufacturing type company, type country. We don't have that industry anymore. Or are we talking about the Asians that are in our face right there in our community? And what I mean by that, I mean the ones that are running the nail salons, the beauty supplies, the Asian food restaurants. Are we talking about that? Because if we are talking about that, I know a lot of times we have discussed boycotting, for example, the Asian nail supply, the Asian nail places. However, the most of the black, I'm just gonna say it, most of the black nail techs cannot compete with what the Asians are offering. And what I mean when I say that is, if I want to book with a black nail tech, I have to pay a $55 million deposit. I have to make an appointment. If I'm 10 minutes late, my appointment is canceled and I got to pay a cancellation fee and all that type of stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to book an appointment and have you have my credit card information on your files. I don't want to pay a cancellation fee. I don't want you to call me and say, oh girl, something happened, I had an emergency and I can't do your nails, but you keep my deposit and you give me the runaround about rescheduling. Or I had something important, to do, and now you claim, oh, you. All you can do is reschedule. I'm not going to offer you anything for your inconvenience, but if you inconvenience me, I'm going to charge you all this crazy money. We go to the Asian nail salons, we don't have to deal with that, and I think that is one of the main issues. It's like, okay, if you want black people to support black people or black businesses, then you have to be in a position to where you are willing to offer what the Asians are offering. Otherwise, it's not going to work. People have to be able to afford to get their nails done. They can't pay you a gazillion dollars, to get their nails done. And people don't want to sit up there and pay a deposit and have them play with their money or play in your face. So I'm just saying that's my take on the nail salon situations. Now as far as the beauty supplies, I mean, I guess that's easy. You can just buy your hair grease, your oil, or your combs from Walmart or something like that, or CVS, or something like that, just don't buy any weed, which we don't need that crap anyway. We don't need any weave and sew all that up in our hair and all that type of silly, crazy stuff. We don't have to do that. I mean, if you do it, I guess fine, to each his own. But it's like if you're really serious about being self-sufficient, then there's absolutely no need for us to purchase that type of stuff. We can just purchase the necessities, the shampoos, and all that type of stuff at some other stores that don't involve the beauty supply stores. If we are serious about this boycott, now I don't have any thoughts either way, whether I'm for it or against it. That's not the purpose of this discussion. The purpose of this discussion is to make it make sense, to talk about how, if a boycott is to occur, is that really going to make sense? Now, I know from TV and all that type of electronics perspective, we're not their main. We may not be. When I say we, I mean black people may not be the main customer. So, to be honest, or foreign cars. To be honest, I don't think, if we stop buying those things, I really don't think that we would make a dent in anything. Asian food, probably not, because again, we may not be as big as a customer in that respect as we think we are. However, when it comes to beauty supply stores and when it comes to getting our nails done, that is where we could, if we decided that we were going to do this, make a difference. But I'm going to tell you right now that a lot of us are not serious. A lot of us don't care, because we've been talking about doing this boycott for years. Every time something happens with the Asian community, we want to, oh, look how they treat us, we're going to boycott them. And we don't do it because we want to go get our nails done conveniently. We want to just walk in. We don't want to pay any type of cancellation fees or late fees and have somebody play in our face when we get there. Oh, your appointment at 5 o'clock. We get there 4:45, the person ain't there. We sit around 6 o'clock, the person ain't there. We're not looking to do that. So I don't know. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. But I don't know how this gonna work, and I don't know if we're even really serious about doing it.